Let's see here. All right. Just gonna take a moment here and make sure everything's working just exactly right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to be checking out the German cruisers today. I believe that's what you guys voted for. I should probably double check that. Let's see. 1 second though, we're just going to take a minute here and make sure everything's working just exactly right. Alright. Alright, looks like everything's working just exactly right. I just want to double check and make sure you guys did vote for cruisers. I checked a couple days ago, but I have not rechecked it.
This is the...
Oh. Alright, we got Fury Fortune, Faisal 31, Babu O, Tombstone, what up? Are you planning on buying the new French cruiser? Alright, Stylo's in the house. That's a good question. Yeah, let's see, how many doubloons do I have left after the last debacle? Looks like 16k. Assuming that's enough, I'll, what's up, Toxic Barf? Yeah, assuming I have enough doubloons. Let's see. Yep, looks like Kriegsmarine Cruisers with nearly 40% of the vote, so we'll check that out today. Yeah, hey, what's up, Phase Roll? Last stream we had a little bit of a snafu, as they say in the business. I accidentally spent way more money than I would like to spend. But I want to say the French cruiser tomorrow will be 8,000 doubloons, so I want to say the... Yeah, sounds like the sound's alright. Sound, audio mix good for you guys? Let me know. Yeah, I'd like to get the French cruiser. It looks pretty interesting. I think the commander looks pretty interesting as well, with the reduced cooldown of the enhanced detectability after firing the guns. Does the French cruiser coming to World of Warships? Yeah, there's one coming tomorrow. It's the de Grasse, I think it's called. Alright, and I don't think we have any new members to shout out today, so if you guys are interested in supporting the channel by becoming a member, that join button next to the subscribe button is how you do so. And I think if we get 3 new members today, we'll do an extra maybe hour or so, and we'll mix in some Tirpitz and Z23. Otherwise, we're going to be mostly focusing on the German cruisers here. Which tier? It's a tier 5. So first we'll go over the build options. First you got Deutsche Dewey, Reinhard Scheer. And he's who I had for a while when I was grinding the cruiser line. This is how I'd set it up. Each generic cruiser or generic commander kind of has a set path. So these ones are kind of what you want to use for cruisers. I do have them legendary, and I put this one down here. But if you have Lutyens or Von Mueller, you're going to want to use those guys. Initially, I got Luchin's first. His base trait is increase AP shell damage. Now, I talked about this on one of my recent destroyer videos. I don't think that these AP damage enhancing traits are very valuable at all. When you get Mueller, he was the I got one commander crate by spending $100 last stream, and Mueller was in there, so that was actually probably more valuable to me than the Tirpitz was. You're overjoyed at getting some new German commanders. I was actually, as a brief aside, I was talking to my Discord last night. If you're interested in joining the Discord, the link's in the description there. But I'm almost I'm leaning more towards preferring von Mueller as the German battleship commander than I am Ciliax. And I don't know. I'll explain that once we get in the battleship line. Well, I can explain it now. So you have 3 perks, right? So for Ciliax, again, this AP shell damage, which I'll explain again why I don't think is very valuable. But you have 3 traits that you can use, right? So I figure this one's kind of a waste. And then really, I mean, this secondary thing here is fine. Like, you're getting about 10% boost if you get it up another level, which is what it would be at rank 11 or 12. And these ones are fine. This is probably the strongest perk in the package, the extra heal. The other ones are alright. But von Hipper, everyone wants to use this as one of the inspirations. So you have a wasted inspiration, in my opinion, on Ciliax. Then you use this. Then what are you going to spec out? Cunningham or whatever? Whereas here you get this built in, and then you have an extra, you can use Cunningham and you get an extra trait, okay? And then you have 2 skills that reduce dispersion, which is obviously the main drawback of German battleships. And this one's good for duration, and the same, I think it's the same legendary traits, but this is the one I would use anyways, so I'm leaning towards thinking Hipper's the better of the 2. What's up, Carlos? The Lone Syrup. What's going on? Tier 5 to grass. Yeah. So anyway, that's briefly why I'm kind of favoring Hipper right now. Obviously I don't have them, so I can't try them out. But getting back to the cruisers, why I don't think that, like, here's what my thinking is. Let's say you have 100,000 damage in a cruiser game, alright, which would be a very good game, obviously. But for a cruiser, maybe you'll get a torp shot in there, maybe not, but let's just say 50% of it is HE, 50% is AP, alright? So if you have 100,000 damage and it was all AP and you had a 5% boost, which is what I believe this would be at max, then you'd have 105,000 damage instead of 100,000. If you bump that down to 50k in AP rounds, now you're talking about 102,500, if that makes sense. So this is kind of a wasted trait for me. This is the only skill that I really think is great on Luchins. Obviously I really like Ingenious. Shows how many ships are targeting you. And then this is how I'd spec him out if I was going to use him. Increase the speed. We've talked about Fortified versus Sponge. This decreases damage by 1%. This decreases damage by 2% and has other positive impacts. So why would you use Fortified? I have no idea. If someone knows, let me know. And then ship steering, which I have the 2 cruisers, tier 6 and 7, spec'd out for steering, so I don't know. Luchins isn't horrible. He's definitely better than Deutsche Dewey, but von Mueller is... What's up, DK? Are the ships in the lower tiers far more dominant? I mean, how low are you talking about? The Kuma? I don't know. Kuma, I believe, is tier 3. I don't really play tier 3 tech trees. The only tier 3 I really play is the Arkansas, just to do my weekly challenges. I mean, there's probably a best ship at each tier, so I suppose it goes without saying. Anyway, von Mueller, I got him at level 8. Norm Scott here. What's my other plan? Inspiration. Let me check. Currently, my thinking is Yamamoto, which has the AP pen enhancer AP shell damage. Utilizing it properly on the German cruisers, as we'll see today, is kind of the key to this line. Base speed, increase your max speed of cruiser, that's fine. And these two are HE or fire chance enhancers, which is a main drawback of the German cruisers. Very low fire chance, so putting these two on here kind of mitigates the main drawback, or one of the main drawbacks. Increasing the range is always good, so this one you can go either way. Increasing torp detectability for the sonar, in my opinion, that's not that useful. You already get quite a bit of boost using the sonar, and torp visibility range. I mean, you can obviously spec these out as you want, but I find the HE fire chance to be superior. This one's very strong. Increases the AP penetration and the damage. Again, I'm more concerned about the penetration than the damage. And then anything you can use to increase your precision and accuracy, I think is good to use. And if you have a legendary rank, then reducing your reload time is pretty solid. So, in terms of the commanders, I'd say von Mueller's the strongest, then Lucian's, then Scheer. Distance and HE, yeah, I mean, it depends on the ships, but I'll give you, like, the German cruisers, they have a high damage on the HE shells, but low penetration, so, you know, if they crack through the armor, they're going to do the most damage at the tier out of the ships we currently have, but the chance of it happening is low. Fire chance lowest at the tier, and then the AP shells highest damage, but less penetration chance than like USN cruisers, and it feels less than the Japanese AP penetration chance as well, but I know for sure on the USN cruisers is lower. So anyway, that's a look at the commanders. I don't have a lot of points to put in von Mueller just because I have other priorities to work on, but I'd like to get him up to about a level 11. Von Mueller was the captain of the light cruiser Emden. Merchant Raider, yeah, I mean, oh, very main commander. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, a lot of I'm not a naval historian by any means, but it seems to me a lot of the German naval focus was disrupting commerce in the Atlantic. So I figure we can look at the Dresden and Kolberg if you guys want. I don't know how long it's going to take to get in a tier 1 game. Shoot someone. We're getting there. If you guys don't mind hitting that like button, though, that does help the stream out quite a bit, so I'd appreciate it if you guys would take the time to do that for me. And I appreciate everyone for tuning in today. It's good to see everyone here. Action stations. I'll try and load into this. Oh, looks like we already got... Alright. So I don't know about tier 1. Obviously I haven't played tier 1 since the day this line dropped, but... What's up, Colin? How you doing? We'll try it out. I mean, there's not a lot of tactics or strategy as tier 1, and I don't really feel comfortable employing tactics or strategy against new players, so no likes until someone dies. So we'll try it out. This looks like it's a pure HE firing ship. I'm assuming it's wildly inaccurate. Range looks to be about just shy of 10 on my build, so typical goofball tier 1. For some reason, most of the ships in this match are Dresden's. But, alright, whatever. We'll fire it out. Now, what map is this? Oh, Polar. I kind of like this map. It's got a lot of low islands that you can shoot over. I think it's just the tier 1 and 2 map, though. I never really see it too often. How much does the French cruiser work? That's That's a good question. Does anyone know how many doubloons it is? I want to say it was 8,000. You're almost ready for the Bismarck, Jordan. Did you get the Gneisenau? I didn't hear what this guy wanted. I believe it's 8K doubloons, but for the base ship. Viewed the aiming techniques. Nice, yeah. Some people are turned off by it just because of the inherent reliance on math, but like I always tell people, look at how floaty these shells are. It becomes a lot more second nature once you get this system fully implemented. Yeah, so we could just park here. I mean, these shells are going basically straight up. But yeah, it's basically how the game aims, so. I mean, a lot of people aim just purely on feel, which is fine if that's how you want to do it, but if you want to increase your accuracy, I think using that system seems to work for me. What's up, Kevin? 8K for the base ship. Yeah, that's what I believe. Alright, thanks. Let me know. Man, this is a 10-second time to target at 10 kilometers. That's pretty goofy. Alright. So, I was gonna say we don't have the ingenious perk, so it's not gonna say how many ships are targeting us, but yeah, these tier 1 guns. Just about out of range, yeah. Alright, so we're up to 3.5K. Let's go. Now we got a fire going. Should have 3 triple turrets. Oh, he's salty guys now. I don't know, it looks like a pretty interesting ship to me. I mean, I absolutely melted one in the Z-23 yesterday because he was broadside for a little bit. Alright, no torps. Albany, I think that's the tier 1. Oh, we're getting shot at. Alright, interesting. If that's how you want to play this. I don't normally play tier 1 guys, this is not. I'm hoping most of the players in here are brand new, and I don't really like to play against brand new players. We're not trying to drive them all out of the game. I want them to turn into ripe tomatoes. Alright. There's a kill. Let's get the like button going. We got Drago said something and oh, what's up? I was gonna say it was retracted. Great shooting. Yeah, I was giving Tactic Angel a little crap because he, in my Discord, he was saying he was playing these low tier ships for a tech tree type video or something, and I don't think experienced players should be playing a lot of tier 1 and 2. Kill Stealer. Got the Tirpitz by accident, yeah. That was a very expensive accident. For now on, if anyone asks me how many campaign points are required for the campaign, I'm gonna tell you to figure it out on your own. I'm not gonna fiddle around with that screen ever again. You bully people too much, yeah. No, this is just... I don't know if playing these low tiers was worth it, but there's no premiums in this line yet, and I guess to do a full tech tree showdown you gotta do, or showcase, you gotta showcase all the ships, right? Alright, here we go. Oops. Sorry. What's up, Salty? It's just the amount of stems by 25. Yeah, I understand that. I don't know. As I explained to Wargaming staff, sometimes when you're trying to manage 100 people in the chat and figure out what's going on the screen, it becomes a little overwhelming. You gonna pick up the DeGrasse? Yeah, I think so. If it's 8K, I have 16K doubloons left, so I think I'll be able to afford that, but then I might have to skip a premium or two after that. Alright, so that's the Dresden. Why do I have so much elite XP on that? Maybe I've been seal clubbing. Let's check the Kolberg. You're on tier 10? Oh, stage 10, yeah. Well, I mean, you still got 3 weeks to reduce the cost. But yeah, this Tirpitz, from what I've just haven't been focused on the campaign, but it sounds like it's going to be kind of labor intensive to complete it. Here we got a 6-match, or 6-ship tier 2 match, alright. But, I mean, that's kind of the way you can look at the campaign. Like, you're just reducing the cost by every stage you get. If you happen to complete it, then you'll just get it for the base cost of the Admiralty backing. I mean, it's a tier 7 premium, which if they sold that in the shop just by itself would probably be 90 bucks, 100 bucks, so I would just kind of view the campaign as like a way to, an incentive-based sale on the premiums. Yeah. Yeah, that's good advice, Salty. Yeah, if you're looking at the requirements, just kind of play the right ship. 8K will come out first. Well, they usually do like a base bundle, or just the ship by itself, and then a bundle with a bunch of stuff, and then a flag that costs an extra 10 bucks on top of the bundle. The flag should be standard with all these premiums. I mean, come on. It's just a slight visual enhancement of the ship. Alright, so what's the firing range on this? I don't even know. Let's check. Looks like this one's about 11 kilometers. Oh, we do have AP and HE now. Alright. Good to know. Not touching the French until the Dunkirk comes out. I'm excited about the French. I don't know a lot about the line yet, but let's fire up a little AP. The St. Louis is a sturdy ship. Well, these are fired straight up in the air as well. We're gonna try and get some shots on this Lucas. Anything you can do to get the destroyers out of the game early would be helpful. And I just check to see if we had sonar. Obviously, we're not gonna have sonar tier 2.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Yep, he was torping us there.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Man, look at how small that V-25 is. Kolberg. Let's see if we can get some AP into this guy. Oh. Where'd you go? Oh. Can't decide if he wants to go broadside or not. Alright. Alright. Kind of worried about all these torps coming in. Oh, that's a problem. This ship also has guns on both sides. A lot of these low tier guns have guns on both sides, which makes turning, reacquiring targets a lot easier. What's this guy doing? There he is. Make sure I'm not going to hit that island. I have no idea where the citadels are on these ships, but you can see this AP damage even at this tier is pretty devastating once it lands. That should do that guy. And looks like that destroyer's over here. Alright. So we know he shot his torps, unless there's 2 destroyers here, which is possible. Oh! What happened to my team? Alright. What do we got here? Gonna have to damage combat since we're low.
Problem solved, sir.
This guy's probably torping. Thought he was gonna hit that island for a second. Alright, so we got 2 destroyers, Campbelltown. I'm not too concerned about the points. Oh shit. Should have been concerned about that. Alright. What's up, Hibachi? So let's look at the low tier ships again. Solo warrior. Yeah. I don't know if you could. I suppose I could have gotten it. Whatever. That's tier 1 and tier 2 for you. What's up, Caden? How you been? Caden's a follower of mine from way back in the day. Alright, so now we're going to get into the Karlsruhe here, which this is probably one of the worst ships known to man. Driving a trawler. So this doesn't have the staggered guns. We'll just fire this thing up. Fortnite days, yep. Yeah, this ship is, this is one of those ships you just want to grind through as quickly as possible, and then, unless you're doing a tech tree showcase, you probably never play this ship again. Need 5 citadel hits in a single match. Yeah, I would try and fire up maybe like an Omaha, or potentially like a USN destroyer would be the ones that I would normally use for those type of missions. USN destroyers, if you can get kind of close enough to a broadside cruiser where your shots are going flat, you can just pump out those shots. Reload's usually about 3 to 4 seconds. That's a really good way to do it. Or Omaha, again, quick firing. Good AP penetration on those US and AP rounds. So got a tier 4 here, kamikazes, and a Texas. So the ship also has side firing guns. It has 2 rear turrets. I kind of feel like the firing angles on this are better if you're kiting away. Man, I can get a lot of citadels too. Yeah, in the right situation for sure. Omaha for sits, yeah. What's up, Jayski? I think just in terms of, I mean, Atlanta, you kind of gotta get in the right situation to get those citadels, and that's a very dangerous situation for the Atlanta to be in. But I think Omaha is probably the easiest one. Haven't even started the USN cruisers, well. What are you waiting for? Alright. So how to play the Karlsruhe. I would probably go to the edge of the map and hide. Start sucking your thumb. It's the easiest way to play it. Ship does next to no damage, and it takes a lot of damage. Thanks, Chief. Nice driving. So you can see these back turrets. I mean, you can get them on target, but I'm actually gonna. Oh yeah, it's this guy. If we can get him down early with a nice salvo. The kamikaze is one of those ships that if it's in the game, you need to try and kill it if you can. It can cause a lot of problems. You can see at the kiting angle, you can have a really steep firing angle on the ship and get all the guns to bear. And this, oh, he's gone. So that's kind of the key to this ship, I think. Looks like our Mutsuki can actually probably outduel, or at least hang with the Kamikaze. Unless it gets torped, like a complete scrub. In which case it has no chance. So, because we captured C, I'm not too worried about conceding A. This Texas could one-shot me here in this turn. Let's see if he does. He's waiting. Good. Yep. Oh, he's shooting HE. Alright. I mean, HE can probably do quite a bit of damage on the ship anyway. Let's try and shoot some AP. Let's test this out. A lot of lower tier AP is not going to be as reliable at range, but... Again, we have Von Bueller, who does have a little bit of enhanced. Yeah, it's not getting anything. A little bit of an enhanced AP. No, nothing. So at this range against the Texas, which is probably relatively heavily armored for the tier, I'm just going to have to keep firing HE, and of course with the HE having low damage values, it's going to be hard to do a lot of damage. But we do catch him with a fire. And here's... Can get these destroyers down. I'm more inclined to shoot that Kamikaze, but... Alright. He's gonna stop. We'll just put some torps down. Looks like he's still moving. Getting some torps down, I'll give him something to think about though. And again, very steep angle here, so AP is not going to do a lot at this angle. But we are able to get all the guns on target. That should do it for him. I suppose I should hydro here. Help my team out identifying the shells, or the torps coming in. Oh, we got the Kamikaze. Perfect. There he is. This would be a nice get if we can take him out. Nice. Oh, I thought it was a fire icon. I was gonna say, because he damage con that flood. Alright, Kamikaze's dead. That's big. This guy is barely moving, I believe. Now, damage counting there's a bit of a risk, obviously. This guy's shooting HE. British HE is pretty good. But because it did take out a turret, I wanted to just get that gun back in play, and obviously that's the major problem right there that we were gambling with. So now I do have a permanent flood for about a minute. Well, about 45 seconds from when it started. I'd like to get one more fire on this guy if possible. So that's normally you don't want to damage con a single fire. Yeah, we're just gonna stop firing and go undetected here because we're obviously coming into a lot of problems. So there, we stop firing, we drop spot, and we'll just kind of let the situation reset. So I'm going to damage con that, and then we're just going to continue to hold our fire and let this damage con kind of recharge. You do have a minute cooldown maybe wait about 30 seconds unless I do have a clear shot at this. But managing your damage con is something I think a lot of players need to work on. They probably don't even consider it a lot of times. Because if I get another fire here, again, we're going to have sustained fire damage like we did there, so... Taking a low percentage long-distance shot at this target, yeah, if we hit him, great. I'd like to help that con go out if possible, but in terms of my ship's survivability, letting that damage con kind of recharge is going to be the better play, in my opinion. It's a really long shot on this thing. Alright, let's try it out. I have no idea what these low-tier destroyer speeds are. Alright. So we're up 3 actually. We got a Kaiser here, interesting. He's not looking at me, I'm just going to start harassing him a little bit. How many Texases are there? Just the one. Alright, so he moved all the way over there. You do have to keep an eye on all these ship's guns. As soon as they start looking like they want to shoot at me, we gotta kite away. Kaiser, I'm not that familiar with the ship. Oh, that Iron Duke is now proceeding to shoot at us again. And again, these ships that have guns on both sides, turning around is not as big of a commitment because the back 2 guns, which are the ones I'm most concerned about here, they're already on target. And then we had 2 on the side that were basically pointed here. And then it was just that front right-hand gun that really needed to travel anywhere, so... Not a big commitment at all. This guy doesn't care about me at all, which is fine. I'm more concerned about the Iron Duke. Yep. Evidently not concerned enough. But, you know, when you're up 3 caps to 1, like, there's no need to be playing aggressively. All we have to do is maintain our control of these positions and the game's over, so... You know, I don't need to be charging these ships, I just need to harass them. What's up, Tanya? Big mofo, what up? Citadel's records with the Yabari 18, nice. Yeah, that ship, I mean, it's an extremely accurate ship if you have the mods, which I don't know why you wouldn't. So, it's not the worst ship to use for Citadels. Alright, so we did over double our damage, which in this ship, in my opinion, is just fine. Kaiser's dead, and the game's over. So, that's the Karlsruhe for you. Again, pretty forgettable ship. Werman, what's happening? Oh, you fixed your name. Yeah, I don't know you can change your YouTube. Oh, I guess you can change your YouTube, but now you're in line with the Discord. Alright, so, I mean, again, in terms of what the Karlsruhe can do, that's probably about as good as you can expect there. Alright, and then Konigsberg. So we go from like an absolute crap ship to probably one of the strongest ships at the tier. If you can stay alive. Yeah, now best ship in the line. Yeah. I mean, it's really tough to argue with that. If you can stay alive in this ship and stay in position to deal damage, you can have monster games in this. I've seen a lot of 100k replay recaps posted in my Discord. And the thing is, if good players should be targeting the ship, like, even if it's down tiered, if I see a Konigsberg, I'll try and kill it. And I think as more and more players realize how good this ship is, that will be the trend. So, again, staying alive, and this is kind of the trick. If you can fire out of the right-hand side, you get slightly better firing angles. Playing over right here in this zone here looks like it's fairly obstructed. So, yeah, like this big mountain right here, that's going to really block all shots into B if I play into this near zone to the left. So I'm just going to load the gun, or position the gun for the left. We're going to cover C and try and capture that. No one on my team is lined up directly behind B, and I'm assuming they're not inclined to necessarily play it. This Kuma looks like it may be playing a center position, but we do have two destroyers. One of them's going to A, one of them's going to C. What's up, Michael? Konigsberg's fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the HE is not what you want to be necessarily shooting on this one. But again, Von Mueller does have a little bit of an enhanced fire chance here, so. And that knocked out my steering right off the bat, which is really unfortunate.
Problem solved, sir.
Gonna see if he goes sideways. I don't think I could pen that with the AP at this angle. And again, you'll notice we went undetected. Just kind of resetting the play here. This New York, I'm pretty sure I want some AP loaded here. This Carl's gonna go. That I don't. That's still fairly steep for this German AP. We'll see what it does. Yeah, it's decent. Oh, here's the Konigsberg. So the Konigsberg again. We're going to prioritize that ship. I don't think that'll hit. He's shooting HE at me. Yeah, now he's turning. We definitely can't pen that. Yeah, we did get a nice salvo there and a reset. Yeah, looks like he's going to go broadside again. Which hopefully will allow us to kill him quickly. He's just angling slightly away. Is he gonna ram the island? I think he got caught on it. Oh, shit. Alright. That's what you don't want to do. I don't know why. I'd never run into the side when I'm playing by myself, and then whenever I'm on stream, I run into the side multiple times. I think the range on all these German torps is 6, if I'm not mistaken. So there, again, we're not... This HE shells in the German, not a lot of great penetration values, so...
Concentrate fire on the designated
Yeah, we're heading right to the edge again.
reporting the position of a strategic target.
This is the high risks. You do have to make a turn, and I could have... Probably the correct play would be go undetected and then try and turn. But I'm kind of getting boxed in here by these ships. this big. This guy's close enough. I don't think I can drop detection. Just firing AP though, or HE, which is fine. Get some torps in the water here, just to give him something to think about. I don't really know what the reload is on these. I'm gonna try a turn here. This is a high risk play. This could have ended up dying. Yep. Luckily he's shooting HE, because otherwise that would be the end of the game there. But I don't... You don't want to close the distance with these battleships in a cruiser. Especially these German ones. I'm assuming this thing has secondaries. I don't know a lot about the... Oh, it's like Congo, never mind. Apparently I can't read. Yeah, I got a couple fires. Damn it. Is that the Farragut? That's too bad. Oh man, that was brutal. I think we'll get the kill on that Congo though with the fire. There it is. Oh, they always get put on garbage teams. That's too bad. I think we're probably going to lose that one. We might do one more of those later. I mean, 50k isn't horrible, but you could definitely do a lot higher on that ship. Alright, and then the Nürnberg. Someone in my Discord said they're planning on nerfing this now. I don't know if any of you guys have heard about that or not. I mean, I thought this ship was good prior to them fixing the turret angles. As long as you played at kiting. But now that it's been fixed, I've actually only played one game in the ship since the last update, so we'll have to check the firing angles now, but I believe they were quite a bit more generous in terms of shooting forwards. But, you know, I mean, if you take a decent ship and then make it, you know, improve those firing angles, that improves the versatility of the ship quite a bit, then I would assume this is quite a strong ship. Even by the perma camo for the Konigsberg. I'm planning on it once I save up some more dollars. That's really the only ship. I don't like the T-22 enough to buy the camo on that one. Battleship Konig, I believe. I don't really know anything about it. I'm not a fan of Tier 4 battleships, though. I find them extremely aggravating to play due to the inaccuracy of the guns. So, I'm not really planning on buying that one either, but the Konigsberg, that's a fun enough ship. I don't play it a whole heck of a lot, just because I tend to prefer higher tier games, but I'd probably put it on that one. Those of you that just joined, I did say if we get 3 members today, we'll do an hour of the Tirpitz and the Z-23. Something to think about. What's up, Jawad? Alright, so Nurnberg is the only light cruiser at the tier, so that's something to keep in mind. That's why you do have these really quick firing guns. It's a pretty strong ship. It's not meant to take a beating at all. So you do have to be very careful about that. Just trying to make sure I don't ram this island before I start shooting. I think I'm actually gonna. Not going to spend the Thaler for a Tier 4 camo. Yeah, I mean, that's one. Unfortunately, if you spend $100 on the... whatever the hell, the Tirpitz, then you end up with a bunch of dollars. I shot that way. So I had enough to buy all the stuff I wanted. Insignias, promotion orders. Well, my first priority is saving the premium time for right before the campaign ends, so I have premium going into the battleships. That'll just help with the grinds. This is Congo backing up. I was playing last night after I got home from work, and I saw some, like, I think it was the Bayern. He was doing his best Iowa impression, just backing up the entire match. I don't have a lot of experience with the German battleship, except for the Scharnhorst, but I don't think they're designed to be played at long range like that. I did post a picture in my Discord. There was a game where an Iowa got 2 kills and he got 0 XP for not moving the entire game, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. Iowa players are just making themselves into one giant meme. Alright. So this ship is... I don't want to let this flank get too exposed here. Our whole team is, well, our whole southern fleet is bunched up, which is a major problem. Alright, let's try some AP rounds here. Again, we're getting a lot more fires because of Von Mueller, I think. When I grounded through these lines initially, I didn't get a lot of fires at all. Alright, let's see if we can pen this guy at this range. Might be behind him. But yeah, the German cruisers, I mean, you need to be constantly looking for broadside opportunities, and you need to switch to AP when you can. Otherwise your damage is just going to lag far behind, shooting HE the entire time. Konigsberg a brawler, yeah. Just got here and don't play WoWs. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out anyways. Just check it out. It's a free to play game. It's a lot of fun. And look at this little bugger. What a sneaky bastard. I was lucky I noticed him on the map there, otherwise that would have been a potentially early exit. I think he had to fire early just because I was about to go through that island. This guy he would definitely like to kill. I think the sonar range on these German cruisers is roughly 5. It goes up by a 0.1 or 2 per tier, but this ship is extremely potent. As those of you who watched my videos this week saw. So if possible, we're going to try and get him out of here. And he's not really paying attention to us, which is fine. There we go. We do have the mayhem behind us. I do need to angle for the New Mexico though. You definitely would rather kill this destroyer on this point. I just want to make sure I'm not taking shots before I go down there to fight him. This is a major problem with this team bunched up like this. You can see how they're spreading out over here, which gives them a lot more angles to shoot us at. And because we're all bunched up, they don't have to worry about angling, so they can just angle towards the ball, which prevents crossfires from occurring. Alright. Looks fun. Yeah. Just check it out. Like I say, it's free to play, so. Let's get some AP into this guy. So there's a 3K. I mean, decent. There he is. There he's down there. Those torps aren't in range of him, but I'm just going to put him over there just in case he moves out of that smoke. Well, I think he's trying to get into the base to capture it, but I do need to whittle these ships down a little bit, otherwise we're just going to have too many threats. Omaha's another high DPM ship that ideally we could get rid of if possible. Alright, If I can get rid of the Omaha, then we'll go take care of that Mayhem. Especially if he's going to be shooting us. So yeah, there. You saw the angle he achieved there. None of those are going to pen at that angle. So it seems like the firing angles are still somewhat restricted out of the front. I haven't had time to really get a feel for them yet, but... Do not want to be broadside to that ship. He can wreck us in short order. Fuck. I'm more content just to angle towards him and see this guy is capturing already, and nobody on our team's even paying attention. I knew what he's trying to do the whole game. He's just trying to sneak in there. But I can't do everything for this team, unfortunately, and they are 100% conceding the game, so we can already call this one a loss. Someone was mad at me the other day for spamming. He's some little scrub that was sitting in back in a division doing nothing, and then he got mad at me for telling him to play the objective. If you're going to be completely oblivious and try and concede the game, then I'm going to spam commands at you. What's up, Timothy? There we go. If I can kill this Omaha, then maybe we can reset this base. Maybe. Shit. I don't want to open up the broadside of that guy because he can... American AP is definitely dangerous. You don't want to underestimate it. He can pen me a lot easier than I can pen him. There we go. I got a fire on him. Did have damage con available apparently. And I do need to be worrying about torps coming in here from this guy. Go ahead and sonar that. That should kill him if it hits. Oh, it missed. Shit. I gotta turn my guns toward this. We gotta hope we can see this guy and get a reset. I mean, those 3 ships, why are they sailing to the northwest of the map? Like, what are you trying to do? APM? Ah. Good game, team. Thanks for showing up. Man, that is annoying. Oh, not so much luck at it. You could see we were winning the war of attrition. I mean, the ship that's kiting away has the massive advantage over the ship that's chasing, which is why in general you don't want to chase ships that are kiting like that. Make note of the date. Nice battle star. But yeah, that's really unfortunate because I don't. How many ships do they have left? Well, they still had quite a few. That would have been a hard match to win anyways, but I just really get annoyed by people that concede matches like that. Why defend the cap when you leave it to someone else? Exactly, Jay. Alright guys, give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna go to the bathroom quick. I'll be right back. Alright. That was annoying. Starting work? Alright, thanks for swinging by. We'll see you. Gotta go work on your deck? Alright. Thanks for swinging by. One more Nürnberg. Stylo. I don't think we've seen Stylo in the matches yet. Tell me this isn't Warship. I didn't even notice what we had on that damage. But I mean, well, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's definitely a high DPM ship. When are you going to put this on YouTube? It automatically uploads when the stream ends, so it usually takes about an hour, depending on how long the stream goes for. Tips for playing Konigsberg and Nürnberg. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Stay alive, because I mean, they're both really high DPM ships. I kind of went over some tips for both of them. If you missed them, you can check the replay here when it gets posted. Yorck is an interesting ship. I think it's probably the hardest ship to play in the line. I mean, Karlsruhe, I don't know if it's a hard ship to play. It's just a dud, but Yorck, another highlight, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I find the ship to be really inconsistent, I think. Like the Chinese battleships. I don't have any of those yet. I think the Pan-Asians have like destroyers. I'm not 100% sure. You hate straight. Yeah, I hear you there. I don't know. I'm not that familiar with the PC. Chinese BBs are the best. Oh, well. I should do a little research and find out about them, I guess. Yeah, this map, it's like the one corridor map in the game. I really dislike those in World of Tanks. This map just is pretty annoying. I really don't like it for cruisers either. We'll load up HE first. Straight's the worst, yeah. Will we see more big bearing tactics? Yeah. I have no doubt that we will. 7 games in a row. Not as bad as Two Brothers. I mean, Two Brothers, if the teams move and play semi-properly, has the potential to be fun. This map has a very low potential for fun. Right, so we have 1 destroyer, they have 2. And since I'm just gonna roll the dice. You can see they have a destroyer and an ace, so it's a 50% chance. We have 1 lined up in the middle. I think they probably have 1 over here, but if we have a quick exit here, we'll try the ship again. This is not really a good Yorck map. Want to get to Congo? Need more maps, yeah. Congo's alright. I mean, for me, that's kind of the low light of the line, but everything after that's pretty fun. Alright, so we do have a destroyer in here. It's not within hydro range. This side you can't really... I think it's the side over there you can push forward a little bit more. Where's this destroyer? Surprised he got that off. I'm assuming he's right behind here, but I'm kind of surprised he wouldn't be popped up on the hydro. He might be behind this little one. Alright. So we needed AP loaded there. This is a problem. Could kill us. Probably will kill us. Didn't kill us. That's lucky. And there we get a 4K, which is nice. There's the destroyer coming to wreck this replay. Oh, and we got a Mayoko. Son of a bitch. We'll pop the plane for the team and load up another one. Did get some torps. just kind of trying to do a little bit of damage for my team here since we're about to die. If I'd switched to HE on that destroyer, I might have died in the meantime. That's why I shot the Myoko. The destroyer is obviously the priority target. So we got 63k in short order with a flood on this guy. Which, I mean, you can see the power of these guns if you land the shots. Again, that was a very risky play, pulling the cruiser into here. And we had no destroyer support, but I kind of rolled the dice. And their ships pushed forward very aggressively, which caused that play to be even less of a good idea. But, yeah, I mean, we got the sumbitch. So 74k in, what was that, like 2 minutes? We could try the York again, though. We'll try the Hipper, and then we'll play another York. Bertanskly, and I'm not going to know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. Just started watching your channel. Thank you. Appreciate that. Bet you finished top 2 on the scoreboard. I frankly would probably be surprised if I didn't. No, I don't know. I didn't see how my team was doing there. I mean, that's 72k in the York is, I don't want to say it's a mind-blowing game, but it's not the worst you could do. Congo's Japanese. Yeah. So what are the Chinese battleships? Team's doing their best hiding. Fuso's the best. Yeah, Fuso's a very strong. I mean, I like all the tier 5 battleships. Fuso's a very fun one to play. That was the closest I got to 200k for a while, was in the Fuso at 198. The Hungwell. When will we get the Eugen? That I would not predict coming anytime soon, since it would have to be another reward ship, likely. Yeah, we got Iowa Vanguard, Tirpitz, Scharnhorst, few destroyers. And we're on the weak side, so I'm going to plan on just kiting this off, or kind of delaying this side here. We're already spotted, sweet. That could be a problem. I got a turn though, there's... Oh, this sucks. The German cruisers are really bad concealment. Why do I have AP loaded? Hey, caramba. So... that was lucky. We could have been one shot there. Thanks to the magic of the great spawn locations on certain maps. Best damage games in the Fuso as well. Yeah, it's an outstanding ship for sure. Yeah, I don't know, we could take advantage of the terrain here. I mean, the problem with doing this is there's going to be something coming around here sooner or later, but I can potentially hold this line for a little bit. I should probably be turning to get down. Now we're spotted. I mean, playing the side, what you're trying to do is slow the push around here. You can't really capture C. We only have 2 to 3 destroyers again, which is unfortunate. But if you can disrupt their flow, or their expected flow, then that's really the best you can do here. But like I said, this Iowa is just pushing around slowly but surely. Actually, he's probably backing up. He's in Iowa. Alright, let's try and burn the Scharnhorst down a little bit. We are spotted, which to me means there's probably... Oh, never mind. I think the destroyer's right there. There it is. Yeah, I mean, this... You can't push into there. What you need to be... He needs to already be turned around. I can try and support that guy. But you can't plan on holding this side, and if you're just going to plant yourself there and play till you're dead, then you're going to die pretty quickly. Got an AP loaded for this Hipper, see if he stays broadside. We are undetected, so we do get a free first shot. Should be detected now. Looks like he's going a little bit slower, that might be in front of him. Oh no. clipped him with a double.
Severely damaged.
Ooh, that didn't feel too good. I was gonna aim that up just a little bit. I hope that doesn't miss short. That when it's that low, you just need to focus on landing the shots. You don't need to be shooting for citadels. So yeah, I mean that's the German AP for you. You need to fire it when you got the shot. If you do have the shot, it can absolutely wreck people's lives. Sailing whale from Fireman. Yeah. The Tirpitz today, I was planning on just doing an hour of Tirpitz and Z23 if we got a few new members, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And we're already quite a ways through the tech tree and we're only about an hour and 15 in, so probably do one more Yorck, we'll do a couple more Hippers, and then we'll see after that. See what people are in the mood for. Probably do at least one Tirpitz. You'd go up the middle on this map. Not recommended. There we go. Normally when they get shot, they're going to stop, so you just always want to pull in your aim. I do have torps on this, so I can actually check to see. Actually, it's going full speed still. Cruisers that have torps, you can use your aim indicator to monitor whether a ship is slowing down. You can see now the aim indicator just pulled way back, so he's obviously nearly stopped. And he's dead. And the King George is he's actually alive, which is fairly impressive, but our team needs to capture B. Even though we have a huge lead on ships, points add up quickly. I'd say my biggest pet peeve in this game is if someone responds negative to something that I say. It just really gets under my skin. Because in my opinion, what I'm asking people to do is always properly. It's something that they should be doing. And then if they say they're not going to do it, then it just kind of pisses me off. But I'm not the team's commander or anything, so you have to keep that in mind. Iowa looks like he's about to stop. Let's see if we can't plug him. 1v6 in this map with the Charm Horse. Wow. You won that game? That's incredible. That's actually probably too steep. Let's see if that pens, but I'm going to switch to AP. Yeah, maybe we got, looked like one shell went through. No, two shells. Probably flattens out a little bit. We're going to fire some HE now. I do have double steering gears on this for this situation. He did still catch me hard there, but the ship, I run into some problems with this thing if it's not spec for maneuverability. I think he's going to get another salvo off before we can turn, but we'll see. He's going to float broadside, though. We're going to plunk him. Yeah, that might hurt. Yeah, that hurt. Shit. I mean, planning your turns is a main part of this. But yeah, I mean, AP shots like the 5 a salvo or 5K. Oops, I switched back to HE. I didn't want to do that. I'm assuming these guns can just overmatch my armor, which definitely don't need to be close range with this Iowa. There we go. Alright, so that was a fairly dominant match by our team. Hyperdriver probably changed the control. Yeah, well, I mean, any of these tier 7 cruisers, they'll get punished really hard. The Baltimore is the most heavily armored, but even then, you can't get away at tier 7 with pointing broadsides at anyone. But that's the key to these German cruisers, is when you have those shots, you need to hit them. So if you're just firing HE the whole time, you're going to have a lot of low damage games. So that's a lot of looking on the mini map, trying to identify ships that are broadside to you, and then figuring out can you angle to them safely, and if you can, then switch to AP and fire at them. Don't like the Tirpitz yourself. I haven't figured out how to play it yet, to be honest with you. I've played maybe, let's say 14 games with it, and half of them I'd played it like I would play a normal battleship, maybe just slightly closer in. Half of them I'd try and play it like a run blocking offensive lineman and more close range brawler. I find playing it at long range is a lot better for me in terms of my results. The ship, if you get shot in the side, it absolutely gets wrecked. So, I mean, the Scharnhorst is a far more durable ship, far better armor schemes. I'd say the Scharnhorst is 10 times easier to play than the Tirpitz. I'm not saying the Tirpitz is a bad ship, it's just not an easy ship to play, at least in my opinion.
Our victory is in sight.
So, too many people on Sundays, it's hard to pinch in the game. You'll get in. The people expect you to see you out there. Alright, well, this is really entertaining, Moss. Thanks for running away for 5 minutes. It'll be great. If you're down like this and you're going to lose, why are you running away? You don't get a shock in real life if your ship gets sunk, do you? Really annoying. But yeah, the Hipper is really strong. I can show you guys my mod loadouts on these ships because I do think I have... Do I have a heal? Not on this one, no. I don't think there's any cruisers in the game. Maybe the Donados. None of the cruisers I play have heals. Why run? Yeah, exactly. At least attempt to take one with you. He's really padding his survived battles stats, I guess. I don't know. It's really annoying. Whatever. But yeah, I think like on the PC, from what I understand, I think the higher tier cruisers have heals, but none of them would be in our game as it's currently configured. So I think the British battle or cruisers might have heals. Some of you PC guys can confirm or deny that rumor. You played this game for 1 year on PC, I'm assuming. Caledon and Danae do? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think the whole line probably does. I mean, the British cruisers, everybody wants them, and I think Wargaming's holding back on them because they're going to be really hard to play. And once they're released, there's going to be like 10 threads a day on Reddit asking them to buff them because they're hard ships to play. Like, there was another thread on Reddit to buff the Vanguard yesterday. Which I try not... Oh, man, that Atlanta had a killer game. Atlanta's get really high scores, and I think it's because you get a little XP per shell landed. Like, I was grinding the Atlanta when I was trying to save up credits for this line before it launched, and I had a lot of 3000k games in that. Who likes the Nelson? Let's try one more York, since that game kind of sucked. Do you know when they're going to add a turtleback for the German battleships? I mean, they should have them. I don't know. My Discord was wondering if they screwed up the armor scheme on the Tirpitz because it seems way too easy to citadel that ship. But yeah, the turtleback should be on those. I think the Amagi might have a turtleback. But yeah, I don't know. It's unless those citadels are all going under the turrets, which is possible. But it feels like the Tirpitz is citadel a little bit too easier. Too easy. Now we're in the same exact spot. Alright, so we're top tier this time. King George, Nagato, New Mexico. Alright, well I guess we'll attempt to make the same play. Does feel like they have it, or it doesn't. I mean, the Scharnhorst definitely does. I don't know if I've been citadel in the Scharnhorst ever. Maybe once. That ship's extremely durable. The Tirpitz, unless you're playing very carefully, you get citadel multiple times a game. Battle in your game. No, no stylo.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Like the Nelson. I don't know. Like I'm excited about the British cruisers as well. I think people are gonna find them hard to play. So we'll see. I mean, they're coming sooner or later. I kind of think they're gonna either release the Soviets or the French lines next, though, in a similar manner that they did to this one. Let's get some AP going. Now this is more dangerous because that destroyer's not spotting for us over here, so... Man, we got spotted again. Alright. Now the York shells, they seem like they have some drag on them, like really slow traveling. You're gonna have really long seconds to target. Sorry, I'm trying to get that shot off. And that's really a bad idea a lot of times if you try and force a shot as opposed to completing your turn. You'd rather... Yep, here's this guy. You'd rather be safe and stay alive rather than to get one shot off. He's going to go broadside and we'll try and pepper him a little bit. King George Citadel is completely underwater, so you're not going to really hit the Citadel on this ship much, but... Oh. And I was trying to angle to get the front guns on. They're not even anywhere near being on position, though. So that's a mistake. You never want to try and angle your... Like, I don't even need to angle my ship at all to shoot. I don't know why I keep doing that. But until those guns are ready, like now they are, now I can potentially open up. This guy was shooting AP, which frankly I'd rather he shoot AP. Well, as soon as I say that, he's going to hit me with the one. King George HE, though. I mean, if he catches me full broadside, the AP would be a major problem, but he'd be far more effective shooting HE at me at the moment. That was... Ooh. Wow, that was kind of lucky. I mean, you can kind of time these shells. Like, I get roughly 2 shots per every one he gets, so... Looks like he's about to eat it. Ooh, that gonna hurt. Starboard. Oh, ice. This is a problem. Holy shit, he missed. No comment. I mean, that guy could have easily ended me there. I wasn't really paying attention to these guys. I think he was trying to torp the whatever ship that is in front of me. Scharnhorst or whatever. It looked like he was ambushing me, though, from where those torps are coming. Alright. Oh, you bastard. That hurt. Alright. Fire's on him, so he's gonna die. I'm just shooting one more time anyways, just cause I don't want him to, oops, I don't want him to keep shooting at me.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
This is the one I'm really worried about, but we're gonna die anyways. Alright. Yeah, try to get one more shot off, but I couldn't there. Tirpitz. Now you know I don't read shall we play. Yeah, it's a lot harder to do this than I think some people think it is. Alright. Well, I want to do a couple more Hipper games too. Just focus on these cruisers for now. Might get a Tirpitz in here a little bit. I do have this one fully upgraded too, so I'll probably get a video of that up within the next day or two. Oh, I did want to mention to you guys, I'm going to do a replay analysis, and it's basically taking video submissions from you guys. If you post them on my Discord, there's a section. It's kind of like a personalized lesson for you. I'd rather get like newer players that are still learning the game that want to, like, if you're thinking how can I improve my game, then I would just watch your replay, point out things that I see that you can improve on. And I think that would be a good way for you to learn as an individual, and then as everyone as a community, just I think watching replays is a good way to learn. So if you're interested in doing that, you can check out my Discord. There's a link in the description below there. You have a video where you miss every one. Alright, I'm actually going to turn inward here. I really hate this spawn here because this island right here causes problems right off the bat. What you want to be looking for, they're going to come around here very quickly, so I'm just going to kind of angle in towards that. Occasionally if you park here, you can get some shots coming in from here, which is obviously a problem, but not a lot you can do about it. You can't turn left is basically what I'm trying to say. Cool idea in general. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, oh, I did have HE loaded. Kids, one of those ships that people need to be shooting at, especially our destroyers, need to be afraid of their ship. It'd help if I could actually hit my shots, of course. Yeah, that's a problem. I'm just going to try and keep as close to this island as I can, so those guys to my left have a harder time hitting me. Looks like he's stopping, but he's not slowing down as much as I was hoping. This guy is extremely annoying. Alright, let's make that one count. There we go. Alright. This thing I think was broadside, if I'm not mistaken. This guy's hiding. No, you should be able to spot that ship. I think that cruiser made it into the smoke, otherwise I don't know. I know I'm spotting him. Baltimore needs to be killed, guys. Let's focus on that. Never go around the corner. Yeah, I'm not going to point it out on here, but there's... I'm not even going to say it. Yeah, that opening corner is a problem. Here's a Megami broadside. Let's hope these land. That could be quite juicy. Oh! Man, the audio on this. It's turning. That's too bad. And if you can catch that Megami flat with this thing, you can potentially one-shot it. Alright, King George V. Looks like he wants some. Should be able to melt him fairly effectively. Nope, nothing there. Bummer. I'm turning the wrong way. No wonder my guns aren't. I'm like, why is that gun not getting on target? Ooh! This is turning into a rout. Fondy by way of Old Spartan. Oh, good. Yeah, that was a fun collab with him. Hopefully we can do that again sometime. Yeah, we got a lot of viewers that came over from Spartan to check it out, so I appreciate everyone who did. Me and him have kind of different styles, but I think kind of bring different things to the table, so... Let's see here, if we can get around this little hump here, we could punch this guy pretty hard. He's going slow. I think we're gonna have a shot right about there. Ooh, he just... Actually... This is dangerous sitting at this angle here, because if a plane spots me, I could get smoked pretty hard, but... Nah. What the hell just spotted me? I would like to hit this guy pretty hard. Oh! I think his middle section looks like it's saturated. I'm not getting a lot of damage there. You can see how this is all blackened out. I don't know if it's just because the armor's blocking the shots. The superstructure and the lower hull count as two different sections, by the way. You can see when we hit that superstructure, we got about 5k there, which is much more in line with what I was hoping for. There's another, looks like about 4 right there. I mean, I'd like to citadel this guy if possible, but I also definitely don't want to be taking salvos where we're not getting any damage. There's a 6k, that's a decent one. I don't know who he's shooting at. Looks like the other dude. Ooh, we got him. There's our friend the Megami again. Let's see if we can reintroduce ourselves. That one looks decent. Is this guy over here dead? Yeah. Oh wait, no, he's still over there. What is that? It's like a Namagi to our west. We do have to keep an eye on. I don't want to be accidentally pointing broadside at that thing. He's probably occupied with the 2 ships in front of him, but you never know. 2 on you, 1 at Fuso. Here's my philosophy in this game. You'd rather play... In relation to your opponents, you'd rather play the game like they know what they're doing, or like they're really good players, and then if they suck and you're surprised at their skill level, it's not going to cost you anything. If you're playing like your opponents are scrubs, or they're new players, or they don't know what they're doing, or they're not going to make the right play, whatever, then when they surprise you with their skill level, that's when you get one-shotted. So, I mean, this guy looks like he's trying to ram one of these ships, which is not a good play. But if he was looking on the map and he saw broadsides over here, and he's like, how can I get a bunch of damage? He could throw a Hail Mary salvo over here and potentially one-shot us with no problem with a couple citadels, so... That's the kind of stuff. You want to be looking out for players that have really good map awareness, that are just looking for broadsides on the map, so... Obviously, there's a 95% chance he's just 100% occupied by these guys because he's getting his ass kicked by them. So it's a very low risk, but you need to account for it. You know, when you don't account for it, that's when you lose. Good game, thank you. Tried to citadel. Oh, are you in my game? 2 or 3 citadels on you? We're getting the Megami? I didn't even notice. I think I got 1, it looks like. Is it Tony? POC? I don't know. Are you talking to someone else? Hey man, your parents are home? Should I stop swearing? I don't know, your parents are asleep? Nice. So, I mean, low score there, but I mean... I thought we did alright. Oh, looks like we got our commander crate. Let's see if you guys bring me some good luck. I'd like Hipper, I'd like Yamamoto, I'd like what's his face? Sims. Yes! Oh, you and Stylo are in the match with each other. So you're venturing out beyond the AI. That's good to see. So that crate sucked. I mean, I can't really complain about the commanders right now because I went from having just over half. Oh, Madden, I really need to. I mean, the problem is the ones I don't have are the ones I really want. Even Vine, I think, would be fun to play with. He's the one I'm least concerned about. But as I explained when the stream started, I think von Hipper might be the stronger battleship commander for Germans. Madden, Cunningham's a better commander, but Madden I would like to use his trait on some cruiser lines and some battleship lines. Yamamoto I would definitely use as a second inspiration for this German cruiser line, for sure. And potentially the Soviet cruiser line. We'll see how that one plays. Sims obviously is Sims. So, you have Vine and Madden? Nice. Yeah, Vine, I mean, I don't think I would end up using them for anything, but I would like to play with that dispersion trait and see if it does, see how it affects the performance. Let's do one more Hipper and then we'll play a couple games with something else. German battleships, not that bad. Like I was explaining in my Discord, like I think the prevailing wisdom right now is that Celiax is the preferred one. My guess, just finger to the wind, would be 95% of the players would rather have Celiax with von Hipper as an inspiration. I think that's inaccurate. And again, I obviously don't have von Hipper, so I can't test that, but I'll talk about that more. And I am planning on doing some commander build videos coming up here, so we got a lot of different stuff coming down the line. But yeah, again, replays, if you have replays you want me to check out, put them on the Discord. And again, I'm kind of looking for average games, and the lower skill you are, I think the more helpful it would be for you to put it on there. So people initially, when I asked for them, were putting them like 200k damage games. I told them to go, you know, not what I'm looking for. Because what am I going to tell you to improve on a 200 damage K game? Like, let your team have more of that. That's what you run with the Scharnhorst, the von Hipper. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's very hard for me to advocate things with commanders that I've never tried. Because how they seem on paper, like going into the German destroyers, for instance, I had a very specific build in mind on paper. And then I ended up kind of doing 180 after that, so. But you have to be able to test the builds, obviously. Favorite ship? I don't know, Vanguard? Favorite ship might be Z20. I don't know, the boss is pretty damn good. I don't really have a favorite ship, there's a lot of good ones.
I owe you one.
It's too bad I wasn't ready for that. Hipper there, I could have potentially hit him, and he's gonna hit me, potentially, no. Ended up being an even trade, but it's a lot of broadsides over here. Yeah, this is a problem. This could be a quick one. That Amagi wants to end me, he could.
Enemy severely damaged.
I mean, this ideally you want to be facing this position before they come around the corner. Could have been worse. So this New Orleans, I'm gonna see if he does anything. Yeah, we're in trouble. I don't normally expect ships to go in the middle like this because it's such a stupid play, but no one on my team is going to make him pay for that, so that guy might end up killing me. And there's nothing I can do. It's not even aiming at me, I guess. If he really wanted to, he could have slowed down and tried to kill me there. Man, alive. Stupid. I don't even know what shot me. Fletcher bailed me out on that one. Thank you. Alright, let's see if we can pay back this guy. You have the Queen, you're a beginner. The Queen's a great ship. Oh, I forgot about the Hipper. And he's angled. Alright, well. This is going to be a turd of a game. I'd love to be drilling this guy on the side, but actually maybe we should do that. Just because I can't angle against this guy. If he wants to kill me, he can, but I might as well shoot at him a couple times. Just to let him know that I care. I mean, actually, I should probably angle with both of these ships in mind here. I can't angle against both of them. I mean, this Hipper... What the fuck just happened? Okay. That's how you steal a kill. That surprised the heck out of me. Someone must have just absolutely wrecked him with torps or a broadside or something, and then... I come in there and snatch it. I'm assuming that Nagato's the one that was wrecking him. That was funny. Alright, well this guy's distracted now for some reason. But, I mean, that's, if you're kiting, it's very hard for people to do anything about it. Actually, now he's shooting at me again. I was gonna say we've made him completely forget us. Oh, nice torps. Alright. So now everything that's left is just kind of clumped over there. Think they're leaving room for future tiers. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Problem solved, sir.
They were fairly adamant early on that it wasn't going to happen, but you never know. Maybe they're just trying to keep some suspense in the air. It went, you know, nothing would surprise me. I mean, this game's only like about 5 months old, give or take, maybe 6. No, I think it probably. The fuck was that? I think it came out in Marchish. No, I'm being really. These things are actually gonna kill me here. I don't know when it came out, but I mean it's young in the life cycle. I'm assuming they're planning on keeping this game fresh for years and years to come, so we'll get the French/Russians, then we'll get the Russian/French, Russian cruisers, American light cruisers. I think there's 2 American destroyer lines, if I'm not mistaken. There's 2 Japanese destroyer lines. There's gunboat line. They're working on implementing Italians. They're working on implementing subs right now, aircraft carriers. They're going to see if they can ever figure out how to make those work. You know. So. And then not to mention the potential for higher tiers. I'd rather them keep the matchmaking how it is. I like the +1, -1. Russia will be interested in not known for the World War II ships. Yeah. I mean, it was a Russian company, or it is a Russian company, so I had assumed that the Russians would be introduced really early. But we'll see what they do. Core first will be great, yeah. Alright, so this guy's broadside. Secondary build for Germans. I mean, once the... I think my mod, who was it? Boots Normandy, I think, was laying out like commander per ship, and he was saying like Ciliax would be better on the Bismarck, Ciliax better on the Scheinhorst, Von Hipper would be better on the Gneisenau and the Tirpitz, which I thought it was an interesting analysis, and I'm inclined to agree with it. But those German ships, they kind of seem like they have enough variety in how they play that using both commanders might be the way to go. This Iowa's going to turn, and we're going to hit him. Looks like he's coming back. Oh. Keep him lit, people. I could potentially just sit here. Maintain. Yeah, he's going to turn again. Alright, we'll give one more shot, and then we'll switch to AP. He did damage con. But this AP at this angle, I think we can do some damage here. Ah, he's turning back in again. Alright, go back to the AP then. If that's what you want.
Requesting assistance.
You don't need assistance. Oh, missed him. I don't know a lot about the Russian ships. I got the Gremyashi. I think Gurin's an instant commander. I kind of feel like the free commanders are usually going to be the less desirable ones, though. Alright, he's going broadside again. This guy does not want me to get comfortable. Actually, I'm 90% sure he doesn't even know I exist. But we can definitely rip him here if he wants to hold still. Hold still, Chief. Quit turning. Turning again. Like, I think Yamamoto might help in these angled situations. I'm not 100% sure how those commanders affect. Ooh. I don't know how those AP multiplier commanders affect the angling, but I don't know if the AP multiplier just works against armor or if it's angling as well. Added to Indianapolis, why not the hood? I'm sure the hood will be added at some point. I'd be extremely surprised if it didn't. King George, hoods versus Bismarck, Prince Eugen. Yeah, I mean, just... That's not even including the Pan-Asians. You know, they have some Pan-American ships. There's a lot more coming, so... Whatever order they put them in, I don't really care, to be honest with you. Like, if they do French next, I'd be happy with that. If they do Russians next, I'd be happy with that. They're not going to, but if they did British cruisers next, I'd be happy with that. It's all good. What I'm wondering, though, is if you're opening a free crate, your controller vibrates to let you know that or when you're buying the free crate, your controller vibrates to let you know that you're about to quote-unquote buy something. But when you're about to spend $100 on some dog shit that you already have, or you will have in the near future, no vibration, no warning. That would be my #1 suggestion for this game. Put on Stupidity Guard. Alright. Should probably preemptively angle against this guy, since he can get his guns on me pretty quickly. And he potentially already is attempting to. If he's going to turn, we're going to switch. A lot of times I'd rather if I'm halfway through a reload, I'd rather let it fully reload, but To get your damage numbers in these German ships, you need to just hit these AP shots when they're there.
Much obliged, Commander.
Like he's already kind of turning out of this, so at most I'm probably going to get 2 salvos. If those torps kill him, it doesn't matter. You know, but I mean that's 5 extra K, whereas if I would have gotten HE, it probably would have been like 2K. Just hope they never put carries in the game. Or subs. I have no idea how the subs play. I've never seen any footage of it. Crap teammates make this game frustrating enough as is. Yeah, I can't really disagree with you there. What I keep saying to people is the kind of the main downside with getting good at this game is like the better you get, the more you notice how like new players aren't as good, or people that just don't have enough time to play as much as you do. There's a lot of casual players, which there's nothing wrong with that. But you can get, at these wargaming games like World of Tanks, you can get very good at that game. You can get very good at this game. But then it just, like casual play, it just really looks bad. You know, the better you get. So it's kind of the frustrating part. Hit that boy. Oh, there we go. It's a 14 cam shot on a destroyer, guys. I don't want to hear you can't shoot destroyers at distance. Seeing a Moss engaging a Sharn horse. I mean, I've torn all sorts of ships to shred with the Moss. But you don't want to be doing it unless you're covered. I.e. smoke. None, what do you call that? Sonar. Bit of bong or something? I don't know if he's still here, but he's got a funny name for it. Can't wait for ranked. Yeah, that's another cool thing that they could potentially put in. I mean, there'll be new maps. There'll be all sorts of stuff. I mean, they're just getting going here. This thing was in alpha less than a year ago. I was part of the alpha test team. So I think internally they're probably planning on making this game last for about 5 years plus at least. Clans, another thing. If they ever put clans in, we'll get some clans together for those of you that would be interested in joining. Why shoot destroyers when you can leave it to someone else? I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. So he was actually probably going to get away, but...
Many thanks. Many thanks.
Llama ship? Is that Brazilian one? I don't know, the Hipper, I mean... In terms of high damage tier 7 cruisers, I feel like I get the highest damage in the Megami the most often. Hipper's really situational for me. I mean, I wouldn't consider most of those... I think one of those games was pretty good. The other two were kind of midland. Situation going on here reminds me of the sinking of a coast. Alright, let's play a Tirpitz for all you ravenous hounds out there. I'd say in terms of my personal skill level, this is the ship I'm the worst at. I haven't figured out how to play this game yet, or this ship yet. So keep that in mind. Adding dancing girls next for the weeps. None, what do you call that sonar? Did you already say? Oh, Bing Bong. There it is, yeah. I like that. The smoke / Bing Bong combo. And we'll do a Z-23 too, because that ship I'm having a blast for. I just fully unlocked all the upgrades last night before I went to bed, so we'll do one of those as well. I was only going to bust these ships out if we got a few new members to join, but what the hell? Why not? The Tirpitz, the most expensive ship in the game. Snoop Dogg, Master Kush. Alright. So what do we got here? Auto battle. I just honestly have no idea how to play this ship. It's like everyone says, I guess the armor's way better if you're shooting at it from this angle. But that's just not my style of play. I just think the ship doesn't fit my style of play. Maybe the German battleships don't in general. I do pretty good with the Scharnhorst. I can have a lot of fun with that, but you're on my team. What's your gamer tag? I don't see you. Better be unsinkable. The ship is the least unsinkable ship in the game. Tirpitz's boss. Most difficult map with the Tirpitz. Good. Much loves guys in your game. Oh, much love. Yeah, he's awesome. It's another good player from my Discord. I don't know if I played with him on stream or not, but possibly. Oh, Pollux. Okay. Oh, you're in Iowa. So you're backing up. Let's see, how far are you backing up? What the hell? He's going forward, I think. Oh, I've never... Oh, his game must be bugged. His eye was actually going forwards. I did hear about that bug. Alright. Man, these guys are coming in hot. Obviously my secondaries are going off. They're probably going to torp me right off the bat. This little sumbitch right here. And... yes. I'm assuming this is going to be a really quick game. No. God, I love this ship. Oh, I can't believe I only took one torp there. See, I just think I don't know how to position this thing because I get in these close range situations. I might as well shoot if these guys aren't... I mean, you can see from the front the armor does pretty good, but the minute you start giving any sort of side to this thing, it'll actually just get ripped to shreds. And I don't know if the Citadel shots are under the turrets or at the deck line or what, but... well, I'm not even going to get 10k in this game. You have that bug on your Iowa. So that was worth every penny I spent on this pile of shit. That's why I gotta figure out how to play that. I just don't know how to do it. Gotta go? Alright, T Green, thanks for hanging. That was something. I mean, if you watch my video, I played the two games in that, like my traditional battleship games. If I play it like that, I do way better. If I try and plug up a hole like that, then I just get fucking wrecked, so... I don't know how to do it. People try and teach me, I don't know. This battle's not even the Bismarck standards. No. You don't like the Tirpitz? I don't either, to be honest with you, but I want to figure out how to play it, so maybe I would like it, but... Sorry! I told you guys I don't know how to play the ship. I mean, the armor is... You can see there it could take some damage in the front, but you can't get that close to destroyers. You can't see, obviously, because they'll A, torp you, and B, just start you on fire. But we'll go from that piece of shit to a much more fun ship. Rushing down the center of the map's often a poor tactic, yeah. That's a good loading screen tidbit. Oh, you're talking more about the Tirpitz? I mean... Number one, I don't have the right commanders to run the build that I want to run on that ship. even the Celiacs who I have right now is a low level commander, but that's not. I mean, we were playing all those cruisers with a low level. What's his face? Von Mueller. So that's not that good of an excuse, but I don't know. I just, like I said, I just got to keep playing around with it. We'll figure it out. Do you have a secondary build? Yeah, I've been fiddling around with that. Like Mod 1, I went back and forth between the secondary and then the aiming systems. I moved it back to aiming systems right now. Mod 4 I do have on the secondary increased reload. I don't know. Like I say, I haven't figured that ship out, so I'm still playing around with it. Oh, look who we got here. It's our old pal from Berlin. Sent you a submission in the Tirpitz. Well, here's my problem. If I'm going to do replay analysis and people want me to analyze a ship that I clearly don't know how to play, then, like, what am I going to tell you? So, I mean, I appreciate everyone wants me to analyze their Tirpitz games. I've gotten a couple of those, but I don't know anything about it. Shame our match sucked. No, I just suck at that ship. Nothing that can be done. Alright, so we are running the 150s on this ship, and you'll see with Stylo, no looking at the screen there, Chief. But, I mean, this ship I absolutely melted a full health Gneisenau with last night. Very dangerous. Let's see, I don't have anyone spotting or supporting me over here. What's going on? Mayoko hiding behind an island like a Baltimore. Okay.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
Missed. Behind. Anyone's looking juicier.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship. Affirmative.
Styler shooting AP at us.
Our team has taken the lead.
And he's out of range. So I do have the range all the way upgraded now, so once he's out of range, he's out of range. This guy's stopping for some reason. Stylo? Yeah, he's out of range too. Alright. Any tips how to get 125,000 damage? Yeah, just play the Tirpitz and then just charge the enemy team. Should be pretty automatic. Nah, I don't know. I mean, just figure out what ship line you're in, or you play best in, and then just play the highest tier that you have available, I guess. Gami's not a ship, it's a house on water. Megami is sweet, I don't know. I think it's an underrated ship, but you don't want to be showing broadside like our German friend here using Iowa. Yeah, I mean, if you have an Iowa, I'm assuming he might not have an Iowa, but Iowa's probably the easiest ship to get it in. I don't know, I'd do better in the Vanguard personally, but I don't have Sim, so I can't laser people from the moon like you guys can. Play tier 6 or 7, hope there's a lot of BBs, yeah. It's really situational, I mean, There's not... Some games that you're just not gonna... It's just not gonna happen. Some games it will. Alright. Let's get some torps in the water here. Torps on these German destroyers not brilliant, but... I'll make sure. Is he gonna be able to spot for a while? This guy's still sitting here. I don't like the island play with the German destroyers. Yeah, we're gonna smoke.
Smoke generator started.
If we can punch through that citadel here, we can get some damage. Nothing.
Smoke screen set.
Huh. Colorado turned due to our torps. I guess I should have been shooting him when I had his broadside. That's alright. So he is going broadside again. In terms of raw damage, I got better numbers out of the Moss so far, but the ship is really strong. Oof. This good guy is now in range as well. We got 25 seconds. There's a 2K and it looked like we missed a few of the shells. That one didn't do anything. Huh, interesting. I feel like this is less damage than I normally get with these salvos. I don't know if it's because they're a little further out of range or what. Should we shoot that? Yeah, there's only 3 ships left. Let's do it. There he comes. Alright. This guy really wants me dead, doesn't he? I mean, if this game was closer, I wouldn't be playing like this without the smoke, but this is kind of garbage time cleanup. And he elects to not shoot at me. I'm not going to complain about, but this guy did move out finally. Switch back to AP for this guy. He's just still sailing backwards. Just doesn't care. For some reason, I'm not getting any like good shots on this guy though. The old 740 here, 740 there is not what I would expect. He's busy baking cake. You're gonna get the Tirpitz for free. Yeah, that's the way I would recommend doing it. I'm just a little salty on that ship because it cost me way more money than I wanted to spend on it. Or that I could really afford to spend on it, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. I think a lot of people will like it, a lot of people won't like any other ship. It's just not really my playstyle that comes naturally to me, which is why I'm still trying to figure out how to play it. Yeah, shoot at me. See what you can do.
The ship is on fire.
Ooh. So I don't know, that AP on that round didn't seem like it was performing as well as I thought it was going to. Michael, a little sit back. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, whatever. That was alright. 64k with a couple kills. German destroyers, I think, are far more effective on domination mode games. They're really kind of made to capture objectives, so you're gonna go, Jacob? Alright. I'll do one more game and then I gotta get going too, so what are you in the mood for here? We'll do one or two more depending on how this game goes. I mean, I got all the ships except for the Campbelltown, so Warspite, Nurnberg I lost. Ubari. Why did I know you were gonna suggest that? Tirpitz Brawler, get close, take risky broadsides, use torps. Warspite, we got a couple for. Alright, we can try that one. Scharnhorst. Once I get this Z23 video up, I'm going to take a little break from the Germans. Where'd the Warspite go? It's not that I don't like the line. I like both the German lines, but it's all I've been playing lately. Legendary skill on the DD commanders work like Last Stand. What do you mean? The Kagero, Arkansas. Yeah, those will both be pretty good. Alright, see you, Jacob. Thanks for hanging. Yeah, we'll see how this game goes. If it's a quick one, maybe we can do one more. Gotta get out there and mow here before the rain comes though. Alright, what do we got? Warspite. You guys know my thoughts on this map and this game mode. You gotta defend this primarily first. Ideally, all 6 of the ships in the center and the right would be going over here to defend, and then once we clear this side... Why can I not call this out? There you go. Once you clear this side, then you can deal with the rest of the side. There's no need to capture the base, which you have not a lot of control over. If you leave this exposed, then you can lose the game very quickly without really even doing anything about it, so... Does it keep your engine steering functioning? What are you talking about? Oh yeah, everything you get in the crates. XP, anything. Mods. It's, once you have it, it's yours, so... Hello, Nürnberg. Oof.
Confirmed penetration.
And that's the other thing about judging that Tirpitz is hard for me. Like, when the shooter hears something like confirmed penetration or bullseye, I think it makes that heartbeat sound on the other guy's end. So you never know 100% sure if some of those shots are citadels or they're just like big AP shots, you know. So I don't know. The Tirpitz for me is just really hard to figure out because supposedly it's got Turtle Baka armor, but the thing gets citadeled every other shot, so... I need more information. I mean, like, the people that were on my Discord that got it early were all speculating maybe the ship's bugged because it gets citadeled so much. I don't know anything about it on PC. I mean, the little bit that I've been able to research about it makes it seem like it's not supposed to be the most durable ship known to man, but I don't see any evidence of there being a strong throwback covering that citadel, to be honest with you. Unless all those citadel shots are, again, above like turrets or other potential weak spots on the side. But that seems kind of unlikely to me. So we'll see. Man, I guess stopping. I probably would have sunk him. Yeah, the Warspite's a very accurate ship for those of you that are unfamiliar with how it plays. Now this is a... I love the Queen Elizabeth. It's a similar ship to that. I don't ever really play the Queen Elizabeth because I got this one, but... Let's see... He doesn't look like he's going very quickly. Because he's goofing with his speedometer, I'm just going to shoot this thing. I wanted to end that Nurnberg, but I couldn't tell how fast he was going.
Confirmed penetration.
Iowa Citadel's real easy. Shoot this guy. These guys are all pulled up away there. Alright. I was gonna say I don't want to take a shot at that, but if I have to, I will. You'd rather get the ship off the board, but I don't want to waste a full salvo on a 10 HP destroyer if possible. That's gonna miss. I don't think I had him selected. That looked like really gnarly dispersion for a Cunningham piloted force, but Sodium duplicate Jellicoe, nice. That's what you want right there. Yeah, the duplicate generics. I mean, you guys know my history with Dewey. They should not, straight up should not have duplicates of generics in the game. Come on. I mean, the one thing about the generics is they all do have serviceable base traits that you could potentially use as inspirations. But it's really frustrating if you get a duplicate of a commander you know you're never going to use. Useful as a barber shop on the steps of guillotine. Yeah. Similar. Alright. So we're actually kind of losing this match here. I suppose I need to push up and help get these guys dead before this goes pear-shaped. For some reason he just looks like he's going really slow, these Nürnbergs, but holy shit.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Guy got exploded. And our whole team disintegrated in the span of like 10 seconds. That's great. Now I am full health essentially. If I want to use a heal, I could basically be about at 1k shy, so. But killing 5 ships that are on the other side of the map would be pretty difficult. Another teammate of butter. This guy looks like he's turning to potentially torp me again. Yeah, I know what you're doing. Boom! He got him!
Enemy cruiser foundered.
It's gonna turn in to miss those torps that are coming, assuming he got him off. I mean, yeah, this is one of the more accurate battleships in the game, and I really personally value accuracy, so that's why I really enjoy the Warspite, or one of the reasons. Devastating strike, yeah. I mean, this Nürnberg close range to a Warspite turn-in broadside is not ideal for that player. But, like I said, he was trying to torp me. I'm a full health battleship. If he torped me, the game would have been over. As of now, it's probably still over, but we do have a theoretical chance. It's just, the problem is it's going to take me about 5 minutes to get into position, depending on where this battleship to the north is. Maybe I could begin firing on him as I move forward to the west, but, you know, even in the quickest ship in the game, it would take me a long time to get over there. Bismarck will sink Iowa very easily. I don't know. I mean, the Bismarck to me looks more interesting. I think the Tirpitz on PC, they increased the secondary range to the Bismarck range, which in my mind would make that a much more attractive ship.
You are the last hope.
They have a DD, you bugged.
Taking the lead.
What do they got? Guide? Nah, he's dead. First things first, though. This guy's just chilling. Oh my god, you kidding me? That's unfortunate. Where did those come from? We got a dude parked right behind here, apparently. Oh, there he is. Konigsberg. Let's see if we can kill him. Wow. 10k, no citadel. Interesting. If he's shooting HE, then I'm not particularly concerned about him. If he gets by me, then he's just going to cap, which is going to be annoying, because then I'll have to actually turn around to defend that. Which will really throw off my rhythm. Come on, guns. Just going to aim up just to get shots on this guy. Yeah, we didn't need a citadel to kill him, we just needed those shots to land, so that's why I aimed up a little bit. What's up, Bodis? I still don't know how to say your name. Bodis Sattva. I mean, he's comments on all my videos, watches them all. Great viewer, but some of you guys' usernames, my god. Gonna aim that one up. So that water line, these are the American battleships, really strong in the sides, and then at that angle, I think it's just going to make it harder for me to do anything with it. That's why I'm aiming up more. What the hell? Oh, I forgot all about this Fuso. Let's see. Nothing. I mean, I kind of want to blast this Fuso because he's broadside, but then I'd be broadside to the New Mexico. I could wait for him to shoot. Guys are actually getting a fair amount of damage on me. $12K. You nun boy. And that's all she wrote. Oh. That is a fun ship though. Like I say, very accurate. So if you guys like battleships, that'd be definitely on my recommend list. It's from Point Break. Swayze character. Oh, Bodhi. Sarge coming in hot. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Now we'll let Sarge pick one more ship. I got time for one more game. Thank you, Sarge. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And plays Bismarck angrily. Top 10 high school fleet battles. I don't know. Warspite's... I prefer it over the Arizona. In terms of tier 5 primos. Player favorite destroyer. Well, that's a good question. Which one that would be? I suppose we'll try this guy. Please and thank you. Well, thank you. I don't know if I have a favorite destroyer. I really like the Kagero. I really like the Fletcher. I really like the Kid. Lightning I enjoy. I don't think I really like the Lightning. I really like the Moss. So it'll probably be out of those 4. Kid, though, we'll see. I want to see how the Kid holds up now that the like really strong German. As people get better in the German destroyers, we'll see if the Kid's as strong against other destroyers or not. Icarus. Well, you guys need to vote for the UK destroyer line. We have yet to have you guys vote for a destroyer tech tree, which I think is interesting. Arizona makes you win. T-22. People are really either love that ship or hate it. Like, I didn't mind it. I don't. It's by far my least favorite of the entire line. Like, tier 2 and 3, you got the forward firing torps, which are just kind of fun, goofy ships. Tier 4 is just kind of the transition between those, and then, like, the higher tier ones, which are hybrids, but they're more on the gunboat side of things than they are on the torpedo boat side of things, in my opinion. Looks like we're getting some support, which is nice. Fubuki, Icarus, Benson. Alright. No radar ships. Oh, wait, no, they do have an Atlanta. Double check Atlanta's radar range. I'm trying to learn all the radar ranges. 8.4 on the Atlanta, so that's, you gotta know the radar ranges. T-Bow's fully American. The ship. Halsey instead of triple health build. And I do not subscribe to my friend Tactic Angel's boss Dewey theories. I've only played it a couple games, but I just don't agree with it. No offense to him. I just don't. What you're giving up in terms of the guns is far more valuable than getting an extra heal, which, if you. Extra heal is definitely juicy, don't get me wrong. I'll never say it isn't, but. I mean, Halsey's gun performance is way better than Dewey's. Like, not even close. So, the Boss Dewey theory is very interesting. And when he proposed it initially, I was intrigued by it. But I don't think what you're giving up by the generic commander builds is massive. Alright, so we did scare this Icarus away. But I'm keeping an eye on the capture area counter right now. If it does begin to be contested, then I'll know that this could actually be a problem here. Oh, we're in the smoke. I'm gonna smoke, and I didn't want to use my smoke right now. But I don't want to get wrecked by the Nürnberg, and we might as well put some damage into him. I feel like that destroyer was right about there. I saw some shots coming out. Oh, it's got 2 widespread spreads. That's interesting. And they're out of range. What the hell is this? I wonder. I don't know the Icarus's range offhand. That might be the Icarus back there. Alright, so we did our job over here in C. B's captured, but looks like they have a destroyer about to move in there. I'm not going to leave this side until we clean this up, though. I don't want to put in the work to capture C and then just leave and have them immediately take it back, so. Doesn't make a lot of sense in my mind. Oh, shit. Yeah, I think there's 2 destroyers over here. That would be my bet. Alright, got him. And then another perk that Halsey has, which for fighting destroyers is very nice. This radio location, the white, you can see it there when I put it on the water, that little rainbow shaped thing. That's showing you the location of the nearest ship. Man. That's a problem. Fuck.
Hull breach. Taking on water quickly.
I don't find it as useful on Japanese destroyers. Like, it's whoever I got in the crate today has it. Tanaka doesn't have it. Here's the heel, by the way. But for destroyers that are going to be fighting other destroyers, I think having this radio location thing is a big advantage. It'll allow you to get the first shot advantage on them a lot of times. Shot down. This thing shoots down planes like a madman. So I'm assuming this destroyer is going back to B to potentially capture that. And even though we're up a ship, but you got to keep in mind we have 4/9 of our, well, no, 4/6, not even including me. So basically our entire fleet, except for this lone destroyer who's sitting on B, is over here, which is massively out of position, especially when I can tell, because of this radio locator, that everyone's... My god, I'm gonna get smoked by these things. Who is he shooting at? I hate it when ships sail behind you as a destroyer, by the way. It's... Alright, we need to get speed boosted up here and kill these guys because they're causing problems. The one that's shooting torps is completely unspotted, I believe. Oh no, it was sighted last touching the sea. Oh, here's a Benson. So this is the Icarus doing all this. Alright. There it is. You're gonna pay for what you did to me. Oh, this is Pal. It's gonna be a rough and tumble fight here. Yeah, this is a really dumb... I actually need to get out of here and let my team catch up a little bit. I don't know if I'll be able to or not. I'd rather not use my smoke, but if I have to, I have to. Nope, we're undetected. Yeah, we got a lot of full health ships over here, but... Alright. Start getting these guys out of here. Now, I've used both of our heals, so kind of the inherent advantage the kid has is gone. And we got a lot of full health destroyers over here. But still has really good guns. Essentially a tier 6 Fletcher, so when utilized properly, it can do some damage. This guy's slowing down to smoke. This guy's shooting AP for some reason. I think the Colorado's the one spotting me. Actually, we're gonna try this. This guy's just chilling right there. Like, haven't played all these Germans with the radars here. You definitely missed those in this case. Now those torps have a decent shot at actually hitting that guy. Kid's not known for the torps, and there's a lot of games where you'll just never use the torps at all in the kid, but certain situations it can be useful. But they were able to. We didn't get any kills, but we were able to weaken all those destroyers, which is important. Even if I don't get any of those kills, I'd be fine with that because they're obviously the main threat, and their team's starting to melt a little bit. So that game, 5 minutes ago, I thought we were going to lose it by a long shot. Now it's actually looking fairly decent. I think these guys smoke war off, perhaps. Yep, there they are. Yeah, this is where it sucks to be another destroyer going against these few ascents. So much firepower.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
Alright, we pulled it off. All smoked potatoes. Hey man, I can't help how the other team plays. Kid's basically a Fletcher class. Yeah, exactly. It essentially is, in terms of pretty much all the relevant things. It just trades out one of the torpedo launchers for an enhanced AA suite, which currently isn't massively important, but there are matches where you can shoot down a lot of planes, and I mean, getting spotted by a plane in a destroyer is often fatal, so if you're able to counter that by using the AA, I like it. It'll be even stronger if carriers do show up. But so let's look at that ship. Yeah, I mean that one's a lot of fun. That's probably my favorite destroyer, but again, that's how you gonna pick between some of these. 5-on-1, you just turn up the heat. I mean, here's that game. In terms of how I played it, came down to being willing to disengage there. Had I just been bullheaded and said, alright, I'm going to rush in there and shoot these guys, I would have gotten destroyed because I was surrounded by 5 of their guys. But because I was willing to engage, got out of detection range, and then once my team caught up, then I resumed firing. That's the play that, and I don't always make that correct call, but that's the correct call. Because this isn't Call of Duty. You can't go in 1 against 5 and come out alive more than once out of 100 times. So 3v1 and they choked. Yeah, none doesn't believe in it, but I thought it was a decent play. So I think we're gonna call it there, my boys. Thanks everyone for tuning in, though. I appreciate that. Sarge, once again, thank you for that very generous tip. Much appreciated, and for being a member. We saw, I think, 3 members popped into the stream today, so it's good to see all you guys. But yeah, it's been fun. I'll put up another poll. I'm off the next couple days, so I might actually do another stream maybe tomorrow, but I'm thinking more like Tuesday. Maybe tomorrow, though. We'll see. So we'll be playing the French cruiser. I do want to get a video up so you guys can check that out in case you're considering playing it. And then I'll get a pull up if we want to do like another tech tree or something and see what you guys are interested in. You want to see it tomorrow? Possibly. I'll just got to see what I got to do and parcel up my time. So, alright. Peace out.